Hey friends, welcome back to Millennial Realtor Monday. Yay! I am super excited to be back, guys. I've been kind of off my game lately, so please do forgive me. But today we are talking about VA loans. So I have our specialist, Ros, who will talk about all things VA. But before we jump into that, I am Keyra Ford. My channel talks about real estate tips and tricks, dance fitness go-tos, and much, much more. All right, Ros, tell us a little bit about you and how they can find you online and just in general.
Well, my name is Ros Milliner. I've been doing this with Southwest Funding. I've been with the current company for about 14 years. January 8th was 14 years.
So you like Southwest.
Yes.
Okay, say the
Yes.
least. You love them.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
And we're able to not only in-house and write our own paper, we have the ability to broker out. We have access to what you call wholesale lines like Quicken, Carrington Mortgage, because like all loans don't fit in the box.
For sure. So he is kind of like a one-stop shop, sounds like.
Yes.
So, and of course, I will put his information down below in the description, so you're able to contact him if you are looking to do a pre-approval or know a little bit more about VA. So we're gonna make it kind of like a question and answer type of thing. So let's just jump into it. Most people wanna know, like, how do you know that you're eligible to receive a VA loan?
Okay, so there's a lot of different processes that they are able or I'm able to do for them.
Okay.
So say we're going through a pre-approval and I check through VA portal.
Okay.
Or they have the access to call VA and ask, hey, I need a copy of my COE, which is a certificate of eligibility.
Okay, so you have to have that certificate to qualify.
Right, and we have access. The lender has access to pull it. But a lot of times it just speeds up the process of them going already and calling the 1-800 number to VA. I don't know it memorized off the top of my head.
You're fine. I'll put it down low in the description, no worries.
But they're able to request it. And literally they're able to email it over or with a copy of their DD-214.
Okay, what's that? DD, because people, you gotta realize, I'm acting as if someone does not know anything about this.
Okay. When a service member is discharged from service.
Okay. So you're done with serving, which, by the way, we did not say this. Thank you so much for all the veterans who have served.
Yes.
We love you and we appreciate you for all that you have done. I'm sorry I had to do a little quick break, but go ahead, sorry.
No, right ahead. But your DD-214 is a form that your commanding officer will sign off on showing honorable discharge.
Okay.
And every veteran will know what a DD-214 is.
Okay.
And a lot of times, if they need me to order the COE, I just need a copy of their DD-214.
To make it happen.
Right, and I upload it because I have direct access to VA portal.
Perfect, okay. Awesome, so that is how you're eligible. You have to have that, what is it, CE?
DD.
Oh, DD, which is the discharge, honorable discharge.
214.
214.
Yes.
I'm not a lender, obviously, guys. And then they give you that form so you can order, which is
the COE.
The COE. So you have to have a COE to really be eligible, because if you don't have that certificate, they can't really prove that you are discharged honorably. So, okay, so that is how you know that you're eligible. So just because you've been a veteran doesn't mean that you would be eligible, because you have to have that COE.
Yes.
So, okay, cool. That kind of just takes us to the next question, which is, if you have the COE, what are the requirements when you have a COE to be able to
credit standards?
Credit standard. Tell us, like, you know, when you look at an application, they're a veteran and they have the COE. What are the things that you're requiring? Like, what is the income? What is the what is the credit score?
All right, let's go real quick into income. Okay. A lot of people with no overlays, a veteran can go on what you call back-end DTI, debt to income ratio, up to 65%.
Wow.
Which is pretty unheard of.
Yeah, because mostly it's like 45%, 55 for the highest for FHA, right?
Well, some on FHA, not get into FHA, but depending on their credit score with FHA, you can get up to about 56.99%.
Oh, wow. Okay, gosh, but 65% on veterans. Okay, keep going.
Another qualification, a lot of people think credit-wise, oh, my credit score is not high enough.
Yeah.
And the VA is one of the only loans out there. One, you get 100% financing.
Woo-woo.
And two, It doesn't matter what your credit score is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done loans for people in their 400, high 400 credit score range.
400 credit score and getting a home. What?
Yes.
Okay.
In $500,000 homes.
Wow.
What the VA looks at is not your credit score. A lot of other lenders,
Okay.
they will have what you call overlays.
Okay, so what are overlays? Give us the overlay on the overlay.
Okay, the overlay on the overlay, I like that, is when a lending institution,
Okay.
I'm not gonna say, we're gonna just say ABC Mortgage.
There we go. Let's keep it cute, you know?
We're gonna just keep it that way. And some people say you have to be a 620 credit score just for qualify with them.
For VA.
That's their rules that they're putting on top of the VA guidelines.
Okay.
That is an overlay.
So when you put requirements on top of what is
Yes.
already the standard. So you guys, for where your company is, you guys just do what the standard is.
Yes, we go by the guidelines, the letter of the law, black and white. VA says you can do this, that's what we go by.
Okay, I love that. All right, so basically the requirements is that you have to have that COE, and if you
Right.
don't have that COE, you really don't qualify for VA. But if you do, credit score does not matter.
Does not matter.
Income is
65% back end DTI.
Yes.
And just in case y'all don't know what back end DTI is.
Yes, give a little breakdown.
That is going to be what your principal and interest mortgage payment is, homeowner's insurance, property tax, and everything that's reporting on your credit bureau. If you have a car payment, whatever that minimum
any
payment
debt
is,
you have,
you add all of that up, divided by the income, it gives you a percentage.
and that's how much you would be able to qualify for.
Right.
Okay,
As
got
long
it.
as you're not over 65%,
You're good to go.
You're
okay.
good to go.
And then I've also heard people talk about a VA, I think it's IRR.
a VA IRL.
Earl, there we
Yes.
go. There we go.
Yes.
VA Earl. Can you give a short, summary of that?
Yes.
The VA Earl.
A lot of clients that do have lower credit scores, it is going to be a cost for their interest rate.
Yeah, the interest
Lower
rate.
your interest rate is, it's going to be a higher rate than somebody with an 800 credit score.
Correct.
So all they have to do for an interest rate reduction loan is literally a streamlined process.
Okay.
6 months. You make 6 payments on time to whoever your lender is.
You can refinance.
Yes, and literally it's no appraisal. You don't have to provide income documents.
Oh, wow.
You still go 100%.
Okay. And you just bring your credit score. I mean, it's
Yes,
just
if
credit
you have a
score.
higher,
So-
usually by that time you have a higher credit score.
So your interest rate is better. So it'll make your payments lower.
Right.
Love that.
And VA protects the lender, the borrowers by stating that you have to at least reduce your payment by $50. Even if the client wants to do the loan
Yeah.
and refinance it, and I want to do it, VA will not approve it. You have to at least recoup your money and closing costs within 36 months and save at least $50 a month in mortgage payment.
If you do the VA Earl.
Or-
Okay.
yes.
So basically, if you do it and your credit score is low in the beginning, you would redo it, the Earl, to make your payments go lower. Hello. And it would make your interest rate be lower as well. So it's a win-win.
Yes.
So don't be discouraged if you get into a VA loan and your credit score is low, because they have an option where you can come up and be even better.
Yes.
Love that. Okay. And then my other question, which we only have 2 more questions. I
Okay.
try to keep this short, but
All right.
there's just so much knowledge in you. I just want people to know. So if you have a VA loan now, are you able to have a second VA loan, or is it only one per person?
That's a great question. And with VA, it's one of the few. FHA, you can only have one FHA loan at a time.
Open at a time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
VA, you are able to have 2.
Okay.
And there is a mathematical
2,
formula
guys, woo, woo. That's awesome.
that I would perform to see what's going to be your new limit of what you will qualify for.
So what he's saying is basically you can have 2 VA loans, but it will be a little bit of a difference on what you're approved from. So that is something that, if you're interested in that, you already have a VA and you're looking to get into another home, and it has to be your primary
That
home,
is
right?
correct. That's another, and you can keep your old VA, rent it out.
Rent it out. But the other one has to be your primary. Exactly.
Yes. Whether you're upgrading or downsizing. Because
Yes.
a lot of veterans, they have an empty nest and they downsize.
I love that. Okay, yay. So you can have 2, like I said, 2 VA loans. They do have to, the new one has to be a primary, and the
Yes.
other one you can rent out. So great. Okay, so that answers my question. And then my last question is, I guess that was my last question. Well, let's do a quick summary.
Okay.
So when it comes to eligibility, you have to have the COE, which is the certificate of eligibility. And then if they do not have that, you're able to order it for them.
With a copy of their DD 214.
Yes, and then when it comes to requirements, there kind of is no requirements as long as you don't have too much debt to income. They go up to 65%.
Yes.
That is something that he would, of course, look into if you're interested in getting a VA or a second VA. And then the VA IRRRL is something that if you do get into a VA and you feel like, man, my credit score is low and this interest rate's high, it will always it can bring it down and will reduce.
Within 6 months.
Within 6 months, you have to have at least 6 months consistent payment. It will bring your monthly payment down to $50. And it will bring your interest rate lower too. So it's like a win-win-win-win, honey.
Right.
And then lastly, the thing that you touched on was that you can have two VAs at one time, but your pre-approval of amount for VA 100% financing would be different.
Yes.
And that is something that you can look into. And then one more time, tell them where they can find your information on social media. And of course, like I said, I will put it in the description, but go ahead.
My email is rmillinerr at southwestfunding.com, all spelled out.
Love it.
And literally, I'm more, if you reach out to me and you want to get more information, I have no problem of going over and telling you and walking you through the whole process of what's going. I'm more of a kind of maybe like a one-on-one. Yes.
Okay. Oh, you like one-on-one. Okay, I love that because I always say you want to create the right customer experience.
Right.
So good.
And through that, I would send an email and would have my online application. Real simple. You can do it from your smartphone and it comes in directly to me. I review it, I give you a call, and I'll tell you this is what we're. Yes.
Okay.
Right then and there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Ros, for being here. And guys, thank you so much for being here as well. I hope this has brought you value. You know my mission. My mission is to help millennials and first-time home buyers create generational wealth by buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So thank you again for being here, and we'll see you next time. And I promise, guys, I'm going to be more consistent on YouTube, all right? I love y'all. Until next time.
Thank you, Keyra.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? Never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every